Hi guys, today we are talking about all about the septum ring, which are really popular right now. I have a handy dandy list on me, boom, of do's and don'ts. I've had mine for about 5 months, so my cats. So it's relatively healed all the way. That I have some information that a lot of people look for and don't know about, and piercers don't tell them. So we are going to start with my list of things that I thought about. Like a lot of people ask me about the pain. The pain is relatively really painful. My pain scale was about 8.5 out of 10. It was quick, but it really did not feel good. But it is really easy, and the pain really backs off after about 5 to 10 minutes. You just can't touch, like, the tip of my nose. I couldn't, like, touch it, move it around or anything. It just did not feel good about. Anyway, I just did not feel good about it. Places I go to get my rings, I actually buy mine from online, an online place called Body Candy. I also have bought mine from Spencer's and Hot Topics, which is where I got this one, was from Spencer's. Um, so we're going to go right on to the do's and don'ts. I'm going to start with my do's. One, when you clean it, you just use dial soap. You wash your hands really good, obviously. You don't use Q-tips or anything. I just wash my hands. Sing the ABCs twice or whatever, as long as it's 30 seconds and nice and, like, clean. And then you use water. You clean off all the crusties, because you will have crusties at first. So you clean off all the crusties, and then you apply the soap, and then you, like, rinse it out, and it's kind of discomforting. Some people plus the iodine sea salt soap. Sorry, I'm looking at my list. The iodine sea salt soap I didn't find very convenient, so I just did the dial soap, which I did, I think, 4 to 5 times a day, and cleaning it. Number 2 on the do's is go back to your piercer after about 2 weeks just to check on it, make sure everything's fine. My piercer likes it when that happens. So go back, have them look at it, make sure that everything's fine and healing good. And then I went back again at 2 months, and they checked it, and they actually helped me change it for the first time. When I changed it, I was actually pierced with what they call a bullet. It's just straight through. You couldn't see it. You couldn't really tell that I had it. This is like my second time having my septum pierced, and this time they pierced a little bit lower than my sweet spot. The first time was in my sweet spot. So this time it was a little bit lower than my sweet spot, so it took a little bit longer than what a lot of places do. It did take about a week for me to touch into my nose, like I said. But a lot of people find that these straight bars are easier to heal with than the curved bars. The curved bars, they slip around, and they're not too comfortable on cleaning. So do like a staple piercing or a bar first to let it heal without any motion, any movement. And then after about 2 months, you can move it around, touch it, change it. It's fine. Septum rings do take 8 months to completely heal. I swear, it's like forever. Moving on to the don'ts. Don't go any smaller than 16 gauge, because a lot of piercers actually pierce with a 16 gauge. This 16 gauge is a standard septum ring. I made the mistake, and I went down and got really cute ones from Walmart. My mistake. And they were 20 gauge. They're actually ones like this in my nose. And it was a 20 gauge, and it did not feel good. It did not make my life easy or anything like that. And then I wanted to go back to my old ring, and I actually had to go through a whole gauging process. I'd taper it and make the hole bigger, and that took about, I would say it took me about 2 weeks. I think it took me about 2 weeks. I'm not 100%, don't quote me on it. But I had to gauge back up, and that hurt. Like, it's just like getting your nose pierced all over again. Don't use alcohol or peroxide while cleaning. just don't do it. I don't know why I didn't do it, so I wouldn't know why personally. But I'm guessing it's because it just tampers the actual septum itself. Don't move your septum ring for the first 2 months. Like, you can move it while cleaning, really, like, go back and forth, and, like, not really go back and forth, but it will slip around. But don't, like, pop it up in your nose and hide it for work and then go back down and then back up and back down, because that'll waller out your hole and it'll make it very uncomfortable, and it's not going to make the healing process easy for your nose. You have to just let it be. So if you have to hide it and you were pierced with a horseshoe, push it up on Monday and then pull it back down on Friday. That way it's not super sore, and you can let it actually have time to heal, because if you move it all the time, it's not going to heal, and it might actually make the hole widen and reject out. So that is about it about septum rings for right now. I will upload a video of my septum ring collection, makeup tutorials, anything else that you guys want, later on when I get a better camera. So please like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at harhar_2318, and I'm also on TikTok at harhar_2318. Bye guys!